What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and as the title suggests, I screwed up my crankshaft threads. Very unfortunate for me at the time. However, this is a benefit, I guess, for you if you have this issue, or if you're going through it, or you need to research what to do if you have some wonky threads. So I'm going to give a quick overview of what got me to messing up my threads, and then we'll jump to the video about basically how I fixed it. If you watched my last video, you would have seen that I just completed a timing chain service on the Xterra. Well, part of that timing chain service obviously is putting the crankshaft pulley back on the vehicle. Now, when researching putting it back on, a lot of people made it seem that it was a huge deal to get it fit properly back on the vehicle. From my experience, that was not the case, at least after I screwed everything up and then found out that was not the case. Initially, I thought that from everything I had read, what would be the best case scenario is to get a crankshaft installer tool. How this tool works is that after you have the crankshaft pulley installed onto the crankshaft, you have a long threaded bolt which you screw into the crankshaft. And then after that's installed, you have a kind of circular bearing that goes all the way down the shaft and pushes against the crank pulley. And then finally, you have a bolt which you tighten down against that bearing, and it pushes the crankshaft pulley flush with the crankshaft and crankshaft sprocket. So anyways, to me, that sounded like a pretty easy way to do it. Well, apparently none of the threads of the many tools that I had attempted to use lined up directly with mine, and then also they didn't thread in far enough to the crankshaft to then hold while I pushed the bearing against the crankshaft pulley. So basically, through that whole process, somewhere in there, the threads got messed up. And then finally, once I felt that the crankshaft pulley was in the place that it needed to be, I put the bolt in to torque it down, and it never torqued down. It just kept spinning. So at that point is when I realized that there was something wrong with the threads. So I called multiple places to see if they could fix the threads. No one recommended first trying to tap the threads to see if they could clean them up. They basically said that they would go in there, drill out the threads, and then put new threads in. The only problem with that is at that point in time, you lost material, and then you would have to use a different size bolt, and it's not going to be OEM. So I didn't want to do that. And then with multiple estimates being thrown to me, I decided that I'm going to spend some of my own money. I went and bought a tap and the accessories that needed to go with it. And then this is my process on how I fix my crankshaft threads. So that's basically a long-winded way of saying just because you mess up your threads on your crankshaft doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It potentially can be fixed. I would recommend and suggest trying to fix the threads yourself and clean them up, rather than going ahead and drilling them out and then tapping and making brand new threads. So once the threads were fixed, obviously I had to put back on the crankshaft pulley. I actually found that there was a huge adapter that I had for my breaker bar that fit perfectly over the crankshaft, and then over the same diameter as the hole for the crankshaft pulley. So basically all I did is I just put it over top of it using my dead blow hammer and slowly tapped it in, got it into place. I wish I would have done that in the beginning. It would have saved me a lot of pain and heartache, but hopefully my experience will help one of you if you come across this same issue. So I guess the moral of the story is crankshaft pulley is not as hard to install as apparently I thought it was, and then even if you mess up some threads, it can be fixed. All right, so with all that being said, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Please like this video, it helps me tremendously. So let's jump into the remainder of the video and fix these threads. Okay, guys, so since we are not creating new threads, but we're just cleaning up those wonky threads in the crankshaft today, you're gonna need a tap that is the same size as the bolt. So how do you do that? Well, so if you look, here's the old bolt, here's a new bolt, and then here's the tap. So one of the things you want to find the size of what the bolt actually is, right? So I found out that this is a 16 millimeter bolt. Now, once you find out if it is SAE or metric, then you want to find out the thread pitch. So if you go to your local hardware store, you can find something like this. This measures the thread pitch of a bolt. And so what you do is you just put it in here. And there you go. So it fits the teeth perfectly. And this is a 1.5 thread pitch. Also, you want to make sure that the bolt that you got, the new bolt that's going to be going in it, because I don't want to put the old bolt back in, you want to make sure it's the same. So it is the same size. And then again, you want to check the thread pitch. Focus.
So as you can see, it fits perfectly in there, 1.5. And then for the tap, you can see here it is a M16 by 1.5. So 16 millimeter by 1.5 thread pitch. And it is a bottom flute. This should go all the way to the end of the crankshaft so we can get all the threads. It does say it on there, but if you want to double check the thread pitch, you can just come up here. Sorry, it's moving. But you can just come up here. You can see it lines up right in those teeth. So they are all 16 millimeters. They are 1.5 for the thread pitch. So I'm going to put the wrench on this one, get this one ready. We're going to remove the crank pulley so we have a better view of the crankshaft, and then we're going to put some tapping fluid on this, and then we're going to slowly start the process of cleaning those wonky threads, and hopefully everything goes smoothly. We can clean it all up, and then once we do, we'll clean it out, try the new bolt with the crank pulley on, and to see if it's going to torque.
Two things to notice as we get started here. The crankshaft pulley had been removed for a better line of sight to the crankshaft opening to better line up the tap. Secondly, I placed shop towels underneath the end of the crankshaft to catch any residual tap fluid or metal shavings that would fall out of the opening. My father-in-law gave me some sage advice before I started this job and told me constantly to keep the flute lubricated, keep it level with the crankshaft threads, and if I met heavy resistance to rotate out, clean the tap threads, and then resume tapping the crankshaft. I followed that advice throughout the whole process and had great results. My technique for cleaning the threads was 3 rotations in and 2 back. As long as I didn't meet resistance, I continued with that cycle for about 3 to 4 iterations, and then I would pull the tap out, clean, lubricate it, and start the process over until there was no resistance to the end of the threads. Also, you may notice a white line on the flute. I added that to make sure I knew where the bottom of the threads were. As you perform this job, you will meet resistance, and sometimes hard resistance. I wanted to make sure that I could differentiate between cleaning threads and bottoming out in the crankshaft, and that is why I placed the white line on the flute. Also, you will feel and possibly hear grinding of the threads. It is a little unsettling, but from this experience I found that it is a normal part of the process. On these pictures you'll see small pieces of metal shavings in the shaft, and if you look real closely, on top of the towel as well.
Alright guys, as you would have seen, I cleaned the threads countless times with the tap just to make sure that all the debris was gone. I also followed it with a little wire brush, brake clean, and then a cloth brush after that just to pick up any of the debris. After everything was nice and clean, I took a brand new crankshaft bolt and I threaded it in there by hand. No issues whatsoever. It went all the way to the bottom of the threads, and then I went ahead and took that out, and then from there I decided to go ahead and put on the crankshaft and torque the bolt. So it calls for, at least this model, 33 foot-pounds and then 84 to 90 degree rotation after you get it to that 33 foot-pound torque. I had to use an extension on my breaker bar just to be able to get enough leverage to get it to that torque specification or that degree specification. But it's there, it's good, everything's holding up. So I'm pretty happy about it. It is a nerve-wracking job, but definitely as long as you follow the steps and do things correctly in the first place, hopefully you don't have to tap anything and go through all this. But I hope this helped. If you have any issues like this, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and as always, thank you for watching.